I'm back. Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about the incredible 2019 Spark Coca-Cola Porsche RSR set. In 2019, IMSA turned 50, and to celebrate the milestone, they asked teams to design throwback liveries throughout the year. Porsche unveiled the legendary Brumos livery for the majority of the IMSA season, but with Porsche and Coca-Cola's North American headquarters in Atlanta, the brand knew just the one to close out the year at the season-ending Petit Le Mans. Both brands had a healthy relationship in the 1980s, running the 962 and the 935K. Fast forward 37 years later, Porsche unveiled one of the most iconic and eye-catching liveries to date. The fans couldn't get enough of it. The Coca-Cola 911 RSRs could not be missed. The simple yet striking livery was incredible, and Porsche was really hyping it up along with the race itself. They created a reveal video that had the old livery transform into the new one, and then it cut to Patrick Long ripping the race car through downtown Atlanta on his way to the racetrack. It was amazing. Porsche also went all out on merch too. Posters, hats, shirts, you name it. The fans really went nuts over it. All that hype helped bring out an amazing crowd for the 10-hour race. The RSRs qualified 3rd and 6th in the GTLM class and were off to a great start. The cars were sitting 4th and 5th behind the Ford GT with Westbrook at the wheel, but Tandy had massive pressure from behind in the 911 by the number 4 Corvette. The GTLM 24 BMW goes behind the wall with mechanical issues, and the 912 makes its first pit stop. One lap later, the 911 comes in for a clockwork stop as well, peeling out for another stint. The first yellow comes out due to a massive shunt from an LMP2 car. The DPI cars were passing in the S's, and it looked like the P2 car got offline a bit and the Acura had nowhere to go and plowed into him. The Porsches were in a hot battle with the Corvette, and it almost got dicey at the 10 AB complex, when a prototype snuck up the inside to pass and the Corvette tried to go on the outside around the 912. After another yellow, the battle was on fire between the brands. A drag race down the back straight. Who would win? An even match, with the Vette locking up in the braking zone but got the pass on the 911. Shortly after, both brands come in for a pit stop. The number 4 Vette is in first, with both Porsches 3rd and 4th respectively. The 911 gets out front ahead of the Vette. Moments later, the 911 bangs doors with the BMW down the back straight. No one is getting an inch in this race. The Vette gets into it with the yellow DPI Cadillac that sent both off track. One of the Ford GTs goes off into the gravel and brings out a yellow. Everyone dives into the pits right before the yellow, including the 911. As the sun sets, the action on track is fierce. The 911 Porsche gets into a bit of drama with 2 DPI cars as the Mazda was going for the lead. With both cars 4th and 5th, this was a moment for the Porsche team. Shortly after, the 912 also has a moment when the Mustang sampling Cadillac almost collides with the GTD Lambo, sending the Lambo offline and off track. Another near miss for Team Porsche. As dusk was falling, the battle for second in GTLM was hot, with Ferrari, BMW, and the 912 Porsche nose to tail. The cars come in for another routine stop, and Porsche makes another flawless pit, handing the 912 over from Jaminet to Lawrence Vanthoor. The moon is out, and the action is ramping up for a great finish. With an hour to go, the 912 is sitting 4th, and the 911 is 6th in class. With under 40 minutes left, the GTD Ferrari goes off track and gets stuck in the gravel, and that brings out a yellow. But with 40 seconds left, the 912 spins at 10B due to a prototype colliding with Bamber. That incident put the 912 crossing the checkered in 4th and the 911 in 5th. A hard-fought race for both cars, and here they are. The very first Spark 2019 Coca-Cola set that I have. If you've seen my other videos, I've always reviewed single cars, and I've always wanted to own a set, and this one is incredible. It comes in a shipping box like this, all white, and all you get on it is the limited number in the top left. This is 173 out of 300. You get a sticker here, and all in German from Porsche with the barcode. And then when you open this box, this is inside of it. And it's a pretty simple display. You've got 911 on the side, collector's edition, and on the other side 912 with the Spark code. And on the back you get all the details. But 911 RSR in the front and the Porsche logo on the top. But other than that, there's nothing on the back. And what makes this really special is there is a really cool photo of the actual cars on the back of the display, which is awesome. But ever since seeing the video that It's All About Racing did, my friend Mark, he had one of these sets, and when I saw it, I was like, you know what, I think I should have one in my collection. So ended up finding an amazing one from a friend of a friend, and what makes this actually really special is, if you notice on the base plate, it's autographed by all 6 drivers. Let's unbox it and check it out. Upon first glance of this, you can't help notice the striking red and white on this black base. They look so incredible together, and I love the details between the 2 cars. You've got a white windshield banner and a white wing for the 911 car, a black banner on the windshield, and a black wing for the 912 car. You have a really nice 911 RSR logo and a silhouette of the RSR between the 2 cars. Petite Le Mans is on the bottom, and on the bottom right, you get the number 173 out of 300. The livery is so subtle that it's just a red base with this white swirl going up over the hood or down the side, around the back, and back down on the other side. It's the iconic Coca-Cola Porsche brand, and it looks so great on these cars. And I think the white wheels is really the cherry on top. Spark did such an amazing job on these cars. The detail is insane as always. And what I learned about through watching the It's All About Racing video, this is the only way to get the 912 car. They never made it as a single option. They only have the 911 in the dealership edition. You can't get it in a regular Spark box. And the only way to get the 912 car is to have this set. And they only made 300, so there's not a lot out there. The drivers on the 911 car were Nick Tandy, Patrick Pilet, and Fred Makowiecki. And on the 912 car, you had Earl Bamber, Matthew Jaminet, and Lawrence Vanthor. When I found out that Porsche was making these liveries and saw that reveal video, in GT Sport, I had to create that livery, and it was so fun to make it. And my YouTube video got a lot of views on it, and I really enjoyed making that, and I raced a lot in that car. It's just such an iconic car to look at. And you can't help but smile when you see them. And I know I've said this in many other videos that all these other cars are sort of my faves, but I really think this is now a centerpiece in the collection. It's the first ever in my collection that I have a dual set like this, and to have it autographed by all 6 drivers, it's just really, that is really the pinnacle of the Spark collection. So here it is, the 2019 Spark Coca-Cola RSRs from Petite Le Mans. They finished 4th and 5th, and they had such an iconic livery that it's gonna last for years and years. The fans can't get enough of it, and it shows. Only 300 cars were made, and they're pretty hard to come by. So thank you for watching this video. I might have some more coming up later, who knows? I thank you for your support. If you'd like to check out some of my older Spark videos, that would be amazing, and I will see you in the next one.